Welcome to the channel. Today, we're going to talk about some incredibly rare and valuable coins. These coins might look normal at first, but they have something special that makes them worth thousands of dollars. Stick around to find out which coins could be hiding in your collection. First up, we have the 1983 £1 coin from the United Kingdom. Now, at first glance, it might look like just another pound coin. On the front, you've got Queen Elizabeth II, and on the back, there's the royal arms, a classic design. Nothing too special, right? Well, here's the twist: this particular coin has a huge mistake on it. And that mistake makes it worth way more than just £1. Let me explain. This coin was supposed to have a Latin inscription that says DECUS et Tutamen, which means an ornament and a safeguard. The words were supposed to be engraved around the edge of the coin, like a cool decorative touch. But instead of putting it around the edge, the makers accidentally placed it on the wrong side, right next to the royal arms on the back. Now, you're probably wondering, why does this matter? Here's the thing: in the world of coin collecting, even small mistakes can turn a normal coin into something really valuable. And when a coin is rare, it's worth a lot more. Because of the mistake, this coin is now a rare find, and it could be worth up to $6,000. Yes, you heard that right. A £1 coin could be worth thousands of dollars just because of a little engraving mistake. It might sound surprising, but in the world of coins, this is exactly what collectors are looking for: coins with errors that make them special. These errors are rare, and collectors are willing to pay a lot of money to get their hands on them. So, you might be thinking, could I have one of these coins just sitting in my change right now? Well, it's definitely worth checking. If you have a 1983 £1 coin, you should take a close look at it. If you see the Latin motto in the wrong place, you could have a coin worth thousands of dollars. Why is this coin so valuable? First of all, it's rare. There aren't many of these coins with the engraving mistake, so collectors love finding them. The rarity makes it highly desirable. But there's another reason too: the history behind this coin. The design features Queen Elizabeth II and the royal arms, which are symbols of British heritage. Coins with these kinds of historical connections are always worth more. Now, collectors are always looking for coins like this, coins that have an interesting story behind them. A mistake like this makes the coin unique, and unique coins are what collectors are willing to spend big money on. So, if you have a 1983 £1 coin, don't just toss it aside or forget about it. Take a moment to check for the mistake, because you could be holding a valuable treasure. To wrap it up, the small engraving error on the 1983 £1 coin turned it into something special and rare. If you find one with the mistake, it could be worth up to $6,000. So next time you go through your change, check your coins carefully. You could be sitting on a gold mine. Next up, we have the 2000 Sacagawea Dollar Coin from the United States. You might have seen these coins before. They were released in the year 2000, and they feature a picture of Sacagawea, the famous Native American woman who helped guide Lewis and Clark during their expedition. On the front of the coin, you'll see Sacagawea with her baby, Jean-Baptiste Charbonneau, in her arms. The back has an eagle flying, symbolizing the strength and freedom of the United States. Now, this coin might look like just another dollar, but there's something very special about the 2000 Sacagawea Dollar Coin. It's rare, and that's what makes it so valuable. Because of a mistake in the minting process, this coin is worth much more than its face value of just $1. Here's what happened. In 2000, the US Mint released a series of Sacagawea Dollar coins. The idea was to make a new, shiny, golden-colored dollar coin. The US Mint produced millions of these coins, but in the process, they accidentally made a mistake. On a small number of these coins, Sacagawea's image was printed with an unusual high relief, which made the coin look different from the rest. This mistake was extremely rare. Why is this a big deal? Well, in coin collecting, errors like this are what make a coin special. When the minting process doesn't go exactly as planned, it can create a rare variation of a coin that collectors want. The mistake made these coins much more valuable because there are so few of them. In fact, some of these coins are worth as much as $200,000. Yes, that's right, $200,000 for a single coin. The reason these 2000p Sacagawea dollar coins are worth so much is that the mistake made them rare. Coins that are made with errors are always in high demand by collectors because they are unique. Collectors love having something that no one else has, and a high-relief Sacagawea dollar coin is exactly that. You might be wondering, could I have one of these coins in my pocket right now? It's possible. But not every 2000p Sacagawea dollar has the error. The ones with the high relief are the ones that are worth a lot of money. So if you have one of these coins, you'll want to carefully check the details of Sacagawea's image. The key difference with the high relief version is that Sacagawea's image will stand out more than usual. It will be more raised and detailed, almost like it's popping out of the coin. If you can spot the difference, then you might just have a rare coin worth a small fortune. So if you happen to find a 2000p Sacagawea dollar coin in your change, take a good look at the image of Sacagawea. If it stands out more than normal, you could be holding a coin worth up to $200,000. To wrap it up, a simple mistake during the minting process turned the 2000p Sacagawea dollar coin into a rare and valuable coin. If you find one with a high relief error, it could be worth $200,000. So, check your coins carefully, you might just have a real treasure on your hands. Next up, we're talking about the 1984 £1 coin from the United Kingdom. This one might look like a regular pound coin at first, but it has a special mistake that makes it worth a lot more than its face value. The error on this coin is what makes it really interesting and valuable. So, what's the deal with this coin? Well, it has a Latin phrase on it that says NEMO ME IMPUNE LACESSIT. This phrase translates to "no one provokes me with impunity," which is a motto that originally comes from the Scottish royal coat of arms. It's a phrase that represents strength, protection, and defense, kind of like saying "don't mess with me." The phrase was supposed to be on the edge of the coin, just like some other coins with cool Latin inscriptions. Here's where things get interesting. On a small number of 1984 £1 coins, the Latin phrase was engraved upside down. That's right. The words are flipped around on the edge of the coin, making them backwards and upside down compared to how they were supposed to be. Now, why does this matter? In the world of coin collecting, mistakes like this are a big deal. When a coin is made with an error, it becomes rare. And the rarer something is, the more valuable it becomes. The 1984 £1 coin with this upside-down engraving is one of those rare coins that collectors are willing to pay a lot for. So how much could this coin be worth? If you have one of these 1984 £1 coins with the upside-down Latin inscription, it could be worth around $2,000. That's a huge jump from the coin's face value of just £1. It's the mistake that makes this coin special and highly sought after by collectors. You might be wondering, could I have one of these coins? Well, it's definitely worth checking. If you have a 1984 £1 coin, take a good look at the edge where the inscription is. If you notice that the words are upside down or flipped in the wrong direction, you might have a coin worth a lot of money. Now, you may be asking, why are coins with mistakes so valuable? The simple answer is that collectors love unique and rare coins. When something is different from the rest, like a coin with an engraving error, it becomes more desirable. And when something is in demand, the price goes up. The 1984 £1 coin with this engraving mistake is also interesting because of the historical connection to the Scottish royal family. So, not only does it have a mistake, but it also has a rich historical background tied to the motto of Scottish royalty. That makes it even more valuable to collectors who love coins with history. To sum it up, the 1984 £1 coin with the upside-down inscription is a great example of how a small error can turn an ordinary coin into something special. If you have one, it could be worth around $2,000 just because of that mistake. So, next time you check your change, be sure to look closely. You might have a rare gem on your hands. Last up, we're talking about the 2000D Sacagawea Dollar Coin from the United States. The Sacagawea Dollar Coin was introduced in the year 2000 to celebrate the 200th anniversary of the Lewis and Clark expedition. On the front of the coin, you'll see Sacagawea herself, holding her baby, Jean-Baptiste Charbonneau. The back shows an eagle flying, which represents the freedom and strength of the United States. At first glance, this coin seems like just another dollar, right? But there's an incredible twist to this coin that makes it worth a lot more than just $1. In fact, the 2000D Sacagawea Dollar Coin can be worth as much as $10,000. Here's why. The 2000D Sacagawea Dollar was released by the US Mint, and it quickly became a popular coin. But after the release, collectors noticed something unusual about a very small number of these coins. Some of the 2000D Sacagawea Dollar coins were made with a mintage error that involved the golden color of the coin. These coins were not properly struck, which resulted in a double die error. What does that mean? Well, a double die error happens when the image on the coin is struck twice, creating a blurry, doubled appearance on certain features. In the case of the 2000D Sacagawea Dollar Coin, the error made Sacagawea's face and the inscriptions appear doubled, which was not intended by the mint. This error is extremely rare and, of course, highly valuable. Now, let's break down why this error makes the coin worth so much. First off, errors like this are what collectors go crazy for. When a coin has something wrong with it, especially something that makes it unique, it becomes rare, and that rarity drives the price up. Collectors are always searching for coins that have something different about them, and a double die error definitely qualifies as something special. So, how much could this coin be worth? Some of these 2000D Sacagawea Dollar coins with a double die error have been sold for up to $10,000. Yes, that's right. A coin that was originally worth just $1 could be worth $10,000 if it has that error. That's a massive difference. Now, you might be thinking, could I have one of these coins? It's possible. If you have a 2000D Sacagawea Dollar, you should definitely check it out closely. Look for any doubled features on Sacagawea's face or the inscriptions around the coin. If you spot a double die error, you might be holding onto a coin worth thousands. Why is this coin so valuable? As we mentioned, it's all about the rarity and error. There aren't many coins with this mistake, and that makes the ones that do exist highly sought after by collectors. Plus, the historical significance of Sacagawea and the strong design of the coin make it even more appealing. So, there you have it. These four incredible coins: the 1983 £1 coin, the 2000p Sacagawea Dollar Coin, the 1984 £1 coin, and the 2000D Sacagawea Dollar Coin, show us just how valuable a coin can be, especially when it has something rare or unique about it. Mistakes, design variations, and historical connections can make a coin worth thousands of dollars. Now, if you're going through your change or have a coin collection, make sure to check carefully for any errors or special features. You might just have a treasure worth more than you thought. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon for more tips on rare and valuable coins. Who knows, you could be the next one to discover a hidden gem worth a fortune. Thanks for watching, and happy coin hunting!